Hey guys, you're listening to World of WWE, a WWE podcast. I'm Ant.
And I'm Dan. What's up, guys?
It is good to hear. Well, I can't hear you, but it's good to hear from you, Dan. I was going to say it's good to hear from all of the people listening, but I can't hear them. Um, so instead, thank you for tuning in. Today we are covering the Royal Rumble 2021. It was a pretty surprising show.
Yes, it was.
I didn't expect a lot of what happened to happen, but it did, and we're here to talk about it all.
I will say, as much as I wanted my predictions to come true, I'm very thankful one of them didn't come true.
Oh, I know it. I probably know which one you're talking about too. Um, does it start with? Is it like a one named wrestler?
Yes.
Okay, I got you. So, um, let's dive right into it. So before the pay-per-view started, we have the pre-show, and I was surprised that they put this match on the pre-show, but they did. It's the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. The champion Charlotte Flair and WWE Raw champion Asuka are defending against former champion Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. I thought this was a good match. Nia took a lot of the bumps. I thought it was cool to see a double natural selection by Charlotte. Charlotte also performed a double moonsault to the outside of the ring. Ric Flair came down. Lacey Evans pulled Charlotte Flair. Um, Charlotte put, I think it was Shayna in the figure eight, but Evans hit her with a woman's right, and I hit a leg drop on Charlotte Flair's back to get the win. And then Ric Flair and Evans smiles. So Ric Flair, Lacey Evans costing Charlotte Flair and Asuka the titles. What did you think of the match?
I mean, I didn't really like it that much. It had its spots, but it wasn't like big. Like it didn't stand out to me out of the whole show,
Yeah, I thought it wasn't terrible, but
the thing is, I don't think they deserve to win it. I mean, nothing gets Shane. I like Shane, but like the whole thing with Nia Jax looking like. Remember what happened? What she did to Dana Brooke?
Mm-hmm.
I just you can't have a champion do that. Like she's not a very safe wrestler from what she's done in the past. I'm not saying I have anything against her, but it's just I don't think that should be rewarded with a title.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, and I hate when they bounce the titles back and forth. Like you made them win in December, like they won at TLC.
I get that. You gotta move on even though what happened. But I'm just saying again, I don't think it should be. I don't think that behavior should be rewarded, especially with the way Nia's getting beat. It's not the way it's supposed to.
Well, that's what I mean. Like I don't like how so for example, so they won it at TLC, right? So what I think is that why even bother making them win if they're going to drop it a month later?
Well, sometimes it's a transitional thing, and I get that.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
They were going for here. They're just trying to build up their egos or something. I'm not really sure what it was for, but it was obviously for something. I'm pretty sure it was mainly just for Vince's entertainment.
Yeah, and also probably just to get Lacey Evans out there. But speaking of Lacey Evans,
also probably to help build up that feud with Lacey and her.
Mm-hmm. What are you thinking of that feud? Or is that something you want to see?
No, I mean I don't like it. I mean you're having Ric Flair, her father, with someone else. It's not right to me. It's not.
It doesn't make sense, and to be honest with you, it's kind of weird. Like I get the only reason why I would care is like what's happening now is if Charlotte is losing matches because of it. But I don't get why her character cares. Like I understand she feels because listen, I come from a broken home. My mom and dad are divorced. And I understand what it's like to see your father spend time with other kids or spend money on other people, and you're feeling like, well, what about us? So I get that thing, but I don't understand why she would care now.
In 2016, she told him she doesn't need him anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So why is she going back to the I need my father's support thing. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, also, she yelled at him about 3 weeks ago.
That's true.
So it's just like it's I don't know. I mean, but if you think about it though, that's kind of life. We say things that we really don't mean, and she screamed at him, "Get out of my face!" But now it looks as if she needs him more than he needs her.
I need him.
Yeah. So
I agree. Maybe she yelled something out in anger, but it's not something I personally would want to watch. Maybe Vince wants to watch it. Maybe Hunter. I don't know. Somebody clearly wants to watch this feud go down. I don't want to see it personally, but that's just my opinion.
Me either. And I think the only reason why they're doing it is because they both have long blonde hair and they're both tall. That's my opinion. But anyways, so that's the pre-show. Now we get to our main show, and the first match is WWE Champion Drew McIntyre defending against Goldberg. The first thing I noticed was Goldberg's shorts. I was like, what is happening?
When I saw them, I was like, what the fuck is he wearing?
He was wearing his dorks, his dad shorts. Wait, how do you say it? Shorts, dorts? His dorts, his dad shorts.
Whatever you call those things, they were... I don't know what you would call them, to be honest. I don't know.
So, they were strange looking, right?
Yeah, especially on him.
And for me, like, I was getting ready...
Like Kevin Owens or something, but not him.
No. And it was strange. And the thing is, like, I was getting ready to smoke, because normally when I watch wrestling, I smoke and I get into it. However, I knew this match was coming, and I was like, I put my lighter down. But I took some notes, so... One moment, Goldberg speared Drew McIntyre through a steel barricade, and Drew McIntyre won after 2 claymores. After the match, they hugged. Really short match. It was like 2 minutes.
Grateful. I'm very grateful Goldberg lost. Thank God they didn't pull a Fiend on him. Thank God.
I just don't understand the purpose of it. It was 2 minutes long. Why even do it?
I don't understand the purpose of it either. But they did something. I guess maybe it was to build up McIntyre's credibility, like maybe show how strong he was, but at the same time, Goldberg's like how 50.
Yeah, and also not for nothing, like he fights these big important matches. They're like 2 minutes long, and then he disappears for like 8 months, and he comes back, and everyone's supposed to be scared of him.
And if he gets a title match, why? Yeah. You're just shoving him in the title picture that nobody wants to see him in.
I have a new way of knowing spoilers now.
Dude.
The best way to find out what's going to happen on WWE TV is to go to the network, because they recently released a 24 on his streak, and I was saying to myself, I wonder why they're releasing this about Goldberg now, and then voila, he pops up. So I guess that's a sign of things to come. But anyways, so yeah, it wasn't a great match. We both weren't, wanting it to happen. However, you thought Drew was going to lose, so...
I did. I thought they were going to pull a Fiend on him, and I'm very grateful I was wrong. That is like one of the first time I've ever said that sentence, but I'm very grateful I was wrong on that.
Me too. Next up, we have the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship match. The champion, the boss, Sasha Banks, taking on the untouchable Carmella with Reginald. Not a lot going on here, in my opinion. Sasha got the win after the Banks statement. I felt like their TLC match was a lot better, in my opinion.
Yeah, it didn't show off their true potential. I don't see any chemistry between them.
No.
I mean, like Bayley and Sasha, that's chemistry. Carmella and Sasha, not so much.
Yeah, and listen, I have nothing against Carmella. She's a good wrestler. But she's not top to me.
No, she's kind of been on bottom. Like, she hasn't shown her true potential lately.
Yeah.
Like, shown what she could truly do in that ring. Like I agree with you. She's one of my favorite wrestlers, but with this whole gimmick and this whole whatever they're doing with her, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I just don't.
And I feel like, excuse me, their whole like thing with Corey Graves, where like he makes a little comment like, "Oh, Carmella, we know you cheated on your wife that you have babies with. We all know." Like, I don't know. Anyways, So Sasha Banks retains the title. Now it is. Go ahead.
Don't further this feud into Mania because it's not a very good one.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see that happening. I hope not, man. Now we are on before we'll talk about this match first, and then I'll tell you. So we have the Women's Royal Rumble match. I'm going to give you the entrances and the what happens during the match. So entrant number 1 was Bayley, and the surprise return of Naomi. What did you think of that?
I thought the surprise of Naomi was good, but I thought they did my girl Bayley a little dirty.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot you like Pamela Rose Martinez.
Who?
That's Bayley. That's her real name.
I don't know her real name.
It's Pamela Rose Martinez.
Mm.
That's why her finisher, one of them is called the Rose Plant.
Oh, I didn't know. The only finisher I know that she ever had was the
Bayley to Belly.
Yeah, Bayley to Belly.
Yeah. So the Naomi's number 2. I was so glad to see Naomi. I love her. Bianca Belair drew number 3. I thought there was some really cool cartwheel moves by both Naomi and Bianca. Then we had Billie Kay at number 4. Shotzi Blackheart at number 5. Shayna Baszler at number 6.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to say this.
Yeah.
I thought Shotzi Black.
Shotzi. I know Shotzi Black.
I don't know how to say her name properly. I'm sorry, but I thought when I saw her enter and everything, I was actually really excited because when I watched an episode of NXT, I saw her wrestle. I'm like, I'm actually excited for this. She's pretty good in that ring. I'm excited to see this.
Mm-hmm. NXT comes on tonight.
To see it.
Watch NXT.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, she's very cool. I think she might be on NXT tonight. I don't know. USA Network, NXT, 8 p.m. Shotzi Blackheart. Then Shayna Baszler comes out number 6. Number 7, speaking of NXT, we have Toni Storm.
Great wrestler. Great wrestler.
Yes, Toni Storm is awesome. Number 8, surprise entrance, Jillian Hall. You can't take your eyes away from me.
I'm not. Next to Carlos, I'm like, who is Jillian Hall? I don't remember or know her.
Dude, she used to friggin' sing terribly. She'd be like, I'm not how to think to slice bread. When the boys see me, they turn red. Everybody run away.
I believe he was the one that I think it was her or someone else. He told me that she was more of an 2009 wrestler or something like that. I'm like, I don't remember her at all.
So she started out in 2005, and she worked with JBL, and her character, she had this weird looking sort of pimple thing on her face, and the boogeyman ate it off, and then
I do remember that.
That's her, and then she eventually became a singles wrestler, and the whole gimmick was that she thought she was a really good singer, but she sucked.
Wow.
Yeah, that was her. So Jillian Hall comes out. Ruby Riott is at number 9. Number 10, Victoria, another surprise entrance. I grew up watching her, so I was excited to see her.
I don't remember Victoria. I remember a little bit about her.
She was awesome. She had some really great matches with Trish Stratus, and you could check us out. Carlos and I talking about Trish Stratus and Victoria's match at Survivor Series on Ladies of the Ring, episode 1 with Trish Stratus, out now. Then we're on number 11, Peyton Royce comes out. Number 12, Santana Garrett from NXT, who, to be quite honest with you, is not on NXT pretty much at all, so I'm surprised they used her. Number 13, Liv Morgan. 14, Rhea Ripley, who I was excited to see.
I predicted her to win.
What was cool, we'll get back to Ripley in a second, but Liv Morgan, for all those fans who are my age, 27 and older, her costume, her attire is sort of like a homage to Christina Aguilera's Dirty video. If you go back and look at it, you'll be able to tell exactly what I'm talking about. It's the exact sort of same outfit. So I was like, oh, that's cool. But anyways, Rhea Ripley, she was your prediction. She is awesome. And
if I had to she's really tied with Bayley on my favorite women's wrestler. She's definitely one of my favorites. It's between her and Bayley for me.
Yeah, Rhea's definitely going to make a huge name for herself on the main roster now.
I'm pumped for when that happens.
It's going to be great. Then number 15, Charlotte Flair. 16, you have Dana Brooke. 17 is Tori Wilson, who is a WWE Hall of Famer.
Tori Wilson, I kind of missed, to be honest. I missed her.
Yeah, I feel like she got a lot of stuff done to her face, so she looks a little different. I don't know.
But I mean, she was decent in her prime. She was pretty good in her prime.
Yeah, but again, she was used a lot for like the bikini matches and like
she was wasn't she one of the Diva Search winners or whatever?
Nah, Tori actually came from WCW. And when the whole invasion angle happened, she was with Stacy Keibler, and the two of them would have like panties matches, like swimsuit contests. She had a contest against Sable, so like she was more of like a pretty face.
So she wasn't really a wrestler with them.
Not really, but she did compete in some matches. Like she had a match. Speaking of Royal Rumble,
she was like decent in her prime. Like I've seen a few of her matches.
Yeah. Like she fought at the Royal Rumble in 2003. She fought Dawn Marie, and that was a great storyline. It was Dawn Marie was hooking up with her father, and the father died of like a heart attack. And remember that? I
remember seeing something about that.
Yeah. So then
I know what you're talking about.
Yep, so that's Tori. So then 18, Lacey Evans. 19, we have Mickie James.
Can I just say something? Lacey Evans came out in a shitty robe. I just want to say that she came out in one of the shittiest robes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Was falling off her.
And it wasn't the same exact robe that Charlotte was wearing, because Charlotte had butterflies on hers.
But yeah, but I just say the robe was so bad.
Yeah.
I've never seen a robe that bad.
Yeah, it was not looking good.
Was that on purpose deliberately to just mock Charlotte?
Yeah, I guess so.
I know the robe was, but was it the fact that it was shitty? Was that to mock her?
Well, I don't think so, because Michael Cole or whoever was talking was trying to plug the fact that it was the same one. It was the same color that Charlotte had earlier. So basically, they were trying to say it was not a replica, but it was pretty much the same standard. But I didn't think so either.
I was just laughing at the fact that when Charlotte was beating her up on the outside, the feathers were just on the outside.
Yeah, it was very strange. Next we have Mickie James, who I was excited to see again. Number 20, Nikki Cross, who debuted a new theme song. It's kind of weird. It's like country, kind of.
Nikki Cross, I missed her. She's not my favorite, but I really would put her near the top. I loved her.
Did you get a chance to watch her match at Horror Show against Bayley?
I did.
That was a good one.
Remember we talked about that? That's one of the reasons why I loved her. She's a good wrestler.
That was a good match. Speaking of someone who I like, 21, Alicia Fox. I was excited to see her back.
Alicia Fox.
She is really good at what she does. She became 24/7 champion during the match. Which,
for some reason, R-Truth was coming up, which was really delayed for the people to chase after. We were I was at least wondering, why the fuck is he out there? Is he trying to do that whole shit where I'm gonna win the Royal Rumble and that's the Women's Rumble?
Mm-hmm.
That?
It's so strange.
Okay, that's kind of funny. That'd be a funny spot, but okay.
Yeah, it made no sense seeing him out there, but I guess it was just for.
And then for some reason, it was so delayed for the guys to come running out after him. That was very odd. You know?
Yeah, it took a minute. I don't understand what was going on with that whole situation.
I don't either. I guess maybe one of them wasn't exactly fully ready or something.
I guess.
I don't know.
Number 22. Go ahead.
Alicia Fox, she's good. I'm not going to talk down about her. She's a good wrestler. I just never really was a big fan of hers. She's good, but she's also had a few funny moments.
Oh yeah, that's the only reason why I like her, because she was pretty funny.
I don't know if you ever saw the thing, but she threw a box. I believe it was a Nia Jax.
Yes, I love that, and she apologizes for it.
But she was supposed to be like mad at her.
Yeah, then she like snaps out of it. She like gets mad, and then she doesn't. She's like, sorry.
She snapped out of character for a split second. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Yeah, it was so strange. And she's like, "Fuck, I forgot. I'm supposed to hate her." Number 22, Mandy Rose, who I gotta say, I'm gonna give you my honest opinion, and I'm not bashing her in any way. I feel like since she got the haircut and has a new demeanor, she's gotten a little bit boring. I don't think.
The only thing that I really remember her for was the thing with Otis. That's the only thing I remember her for.
Yeah.
Either that or Fire and Desire when they were with Paige. Those were the only two reasons I would ever remember her.
Yeah, there's really, she's a pretty face and she's pretty good in the ring, but number 23, Dakota Kai. 24, Carmella. 25 is Tamina Snuka. 26 saw the return of Lana, the Ravishing Russian.
I was like, oh god, please eliminate her, dude. I was like, no, I don't see this bullshit with Lana going after the title again.
I was happy to see Nia Jax get tossed over by her, though, I will say.
If Nia Jax won, I probably would have just stopped watching the pay-per-view. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, fuck this. I'm not doing this shit.
Poor Nia Jax.
Yeah, first she wins the tag title, then she wins the Royal Rumble. No, fuck that.
You are not a fan of Nia. It's okay.
She's one of my least favorite women on the roster. I just don't like her.
Well, one of my favorite, Alexa Bliss, comes out at 27. And I was surprised with how quick they eliminated her.
I was too. I was surprised they didn't do anything really with the Fiend. Like it looked like they were going to, but then it just nothing happened.
Well, here's what I thought was going to happen. I thought they were going to have her come out, get eliminated, and then have like the other side of her. Because you know how at first she comes out,
yeah, like she was doing the whole like she snaps out of it and then she goes back to like her
yeah. I thought they were gonna do that. Yeah, I didn't understand. Like maybe you could try to make some sense of it. Like she has this huge push. I'm not saying she should have won, but
have won, but I feel she should have been one of the like the last four.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you build her up as this Asuka's supposed to be scared of her, but yet she gets eliminated in like the time that she was in 1 minute and 2 seconds. Like, what was the point?
I don't know what the point was exactly. Like you said, if they would have done something like that, like they had her like the Fiend kind of version, and then after that she or in the middle of the match she could have like just snapped out of it. She could have started crying or something like that. That would have been cool, like that would have been like confusing as fuck for her. Like that would have also helped with the whole transitioning thing with her trying to figure out what the fuck is going on,
Look, if Randy Orton's wife gets involved, I'm calling it off.
What do you mean?
If they do, I'm joking, but at WrestleMania mixed tag match, The Fiend and Alexa Bliss versus Randy and Kim Orton.
I mean, I love Alexa Bliss, but I'm loving this whole thing. I didn't love how quickly they eliminated her. Even though as much as I love Rhea Ripley, don't get me wrong, I love Rhea Ripley, I love Alexa Bliss, one of my favorites, both of them. I don't think they should have had her eliminated that quick.
No, maybe they should have waited, like, made her, like, Final Four or something.
Something like that. But, actually going to say this, it was actually funny because I'm pretty sure I've said this on air a few times. My mother is a bit biased on these things. Like, she'll judge everybody by, like, their outfits. Like, she'll say, oh, I like Mickey James because of her outfit. And I'm like, okay. And she thought Rhea Ripley looked weird. She's like, she looks fucking stupid. What is she supposed to be? And I'm like, she's supposed to look badass. That's what she's supposed to be. She's like, well, I don't like how she looks. I'm like, okay. And she likes the feud and everything. She likes the whole thing with her and Alexa Bliss. It's just, I hope she wins. And I'm like, okay. And the second she saw Rhea Ripley eliminate her, she's like, that bitch.
She knew she didn't like her from the outfit, and then she eliminates her.
That bitch better get eliminated soon.
Oh my god, yeah, I know. I get into it too, just like that. Like the other time I was watching something, I was like, "You better get that bitch." I was like super into it. It's bad. That's funny.
I mean, like, she's just judging them by their outfits. Like WrestleMania 36, she was like, "I hope John Morrison wins or that guy wins because his pants are like sparkly or whatever."
That's hysterical. Yeah.
I don't get it. She's very biased with this stuff. Like, she likes Kevin Owens and she's like Roman Reigns. Over here, she's like, poor Kevin Owens. He gets hurt all the time and he gets bullied and everything. And then the next night she'll be like, "Oh, poor Roman. He didn't mean to hurt Kevin Owens like that."
Oh, that is hysterical.
Wow.
You have to
Like,
you
wow.
you have to
Wow.
for yourself
Like, as much as I love her and everything, I think she's just doing it to entertain me or anything. But I'm just like dying laughing at this crap. I'm like, you are so biased on this shit.
They could be like the shittiest, most terrible wrestler ever, and if they're wearing
She likes Lana. She likes Lana.
Well, your mom should go into the fashion industry.
I was like, wow, she was. Remember Survivor Series where it was like Lana was supposed to be like the sole survivor because she was on the outside because they were both or whatever.
Yeah.
She's like, good for her. She deserves it. I'm like, she did nothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's so stupid. She didn't deserve crap.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was confused that they made her win, but yeah, your mom, she has an eye.
To say that, I'm like, wow, okay. But that was one of my favorite moments of the night for me.
No, that definitely. Whenever people get family gets involved and they say funny stuff, that's definitely something hysterical to talk about.
Yeah.
Number 28 was Ember Moon. I was excited to see her.
I need to see her too. I was like, yes, Ember Moon. I completely forgot about her. I haven't even seen her in person.
I love her. She was on 205 Live. She's in the Dusty Rhodes tag team tournament on NXT.
So what? She's back to NXT?
Yep, she's on NXT now. Yep.
Oh, okay. Yep. I remember when she was on the main roster.
Yeah, she started off in NXT.
The main roster, and then she disappeared. I was like, well, that's a bit of disappointment.
She had some.
I like Ember Moon. I like her Eclipse finish with the Eclipse. That's a fucking badass finisher.
She had a really good match, a couple of matches against Asuka in NXT.
I actually saw one of them.
Yes.
Where it was though.
They're really good chemistry together. So then our final two women, Nia Jax at number 29 and 30 was Natalya. The final. Let me tell you, because I wrote down some notes.
Three I remember were Charlotte, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair.
Yeah, that was the final three. So it was Charlotte, Flair, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair. And then Charlotte got eliminated, and then it became down to Belair and Ripley.
I was like, yes, Rhea better win.
And then
disappointed with the ending.
And then Bianca won.
Because Bianca Belair won. I don't think they should have done this. I feel like they kind of did both my girls dirty. You know, they did Bayley dirty with her beating her on SmackDown, and now they're doing Rhea dirty with her beating her on the Royal Rumble. I mean, this is fucking bullshit.
See, I saw it differently. I got emotional for her after the win, because I watched her 24 special, and then I know how hard it was.
Bianca, I don't like her, to be honest. I don't like the whole ponytail thing. I don't like the I don't like her that much, to be honest. I never was a big fan of her.
You gotta wait till she takes out the when she takes the braid and she whips people with it. That's
I will laugh at that, but I'm like, I still don't like her.
Yeah, I respect her, and I think she's.
I get it, but I also don't. I get the whole EST thing, she's trying to say I'm the best, I'm the prettiest, better, all that stuff. But at the same time, it doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make that much sense to me. I just don't like her. I don't know why.
I promise she will grow on you, because I didn't like her at first either, and I was like, I didn't understand the EST thing either. But the problem to a WWE is lately they haven't really been They put her in matches on SmackDown last week, but with the whole stupid, the obstacle course and then the this and the that, that doesn't really give her a chance to really show what she can do.
I think another reason that I'm not kind of liking her is because she beat my favorite two women wrestlers, and that's also probably a big reason why I'm kind of hating on her at the moment.
Well, they win some and they lose some, right? I mean,
I'm just saying, I love both of them, and they did her dirty. They did them dirty like that. I'm like, that's bullshit.
He's like...
But one thing that really upset me was when she was crying after the match. Like, I get it. It's an emotional thing. But you don't need to cry like you just won the world title. You only want a shot at it. Like, calm down. You only want a shot at the title.
But here's what you got to think about. Just picture yourself, though, being in the Royal Rumble match and having the chance to do it all over again. But who knows?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, again, I felt it was a little ridiculous. But anyways, let's move on from it.
Yeah, Bianca Belair. It's okay. Dropping pretty soon, Ladies of the Ring, episode 2, The Glamazon Beth Phoenix. You could hear Ladies of the Ring episode 1 with Trish Stratus live on demand. Check that out. Beth Phoenix coming soon. Next we have the WWE Universal Championship Last Man Standing match. The champion.
Actually, I'm sorry to interrupt. Actually, it had a bit of a botch in that.
Oh my God. Carlos and I were talking about it, and he was asking me what I was talking about. And I was like, Carlos, go back and watch.
Well, yeah, I mean, look how long it took Paul Heyman to unlock it from the company.
Oh my God.
It took him so long.
It took him forever.
Do you want to know why he took so long?
What happened?
Because the where the key goes in and everything, it was on the wrong side. So they couldn't figure it out, and it took them that long to figure out it was on the wrong side.
Oh my Lord, we'll get to there.
Because they use real cups. They don't use like fake cups. Like they're using real ones.
Yeah.
If they use fake ones, Strowman could have just like snapped them in half or something. That would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, that would have been, and we'll get there because that was definitely a moment. So we start off, and both Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens are fighting in the audience area. Roman sends KO off the stage through the table like a couple weeks ago. We then see Roman Reigns run over Kevin Owens with a golf cart.
You can see the Shield kind of like hit Roman in the face a bit.
Yeah, that was hysterical. Good, he deserved it. KO hit Roman with a pop-up powerbomb on a table, and then hit him with a splash through the table. He climbed a forklift, climbed to the top. He was really high, I thought. And
can I just say something?
Yeah.
If this was like it's predetermined and everything, but the thing is, if they should have done it differently. Like if they wanted Roman to be like the big bad heel, you know what they should have done? They should have had him put the forklift on top of Kevin so he couldn't get up.
I thought something like that was going to happen, and when I saw him do the Swanton bomb off, I was like, "Oh, that's cool." But I thought where you were thinking like that maybe he was going to use it, but
that would have been a better play for Roman's heel character. But
yeah,
whatever. And also, I just wanted to mention this. I don't know if you saw this or at least heard it, but I believe it was Corey Graves that said it. When Kevin Owens fell off the stage, he got up and he was going backstage. Corey Graves goes, "Wow, what an adrenaline rush." Blah, I can't speak today. Adrenaline. Blah, I can't speak today. You know what I'm trying to say.
Adrenaline rush.
Rush.
Yep.
From Kevin Owens, where he fell off the stage. He was gone for weeks. And then he just suddenly gets up in less than 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, they got to think that type of stuff through at this point now. They always do that, and it's just like, stop making mistakes, people. So then...
I just find it funny because I'm like, yes, that's very true. And I'm like, I get it that you're trying to at least use that like as a point. But did you have to say that?
Yeah, so
I mean, you could have just
stupid.
left it alone and people would have probably forgot about it. They'd be like, wow, okay, that was such a cool moment that he did that and he got up right after that. That would have been funny.
Nah, WWE has to get together with that crap, man. Then we see Roman. He spears KO through the Rumble stage. Roman says that he can't go home if he quits, and he has handcuffs. KO attacks Roman with the handcuffs, and then he handcuffs him to like the stage, and he's on the ground. And basically, Roman gets to 9, or the ref gets to 9, but Roman sends the referee to the steel garter, and he low blows KO.
That was actually planned, or that was just like Was that supposed to be planned, or was that supposed to be like?
I think that was planned. Because then, because him knocking out the ref leads to Paul Heyman coming in with the handcuffs.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was like planned or whatever. I was like, okay, that's kind of a weird number, but okay.
Yeah, and then Paul comes down with keys. He can't get the handcuffs off Roman Reigns. I said this is an embarrassing moment. I said it took like 5 minutes.
That spot we were talking about earlier, they couldn't get the actual key in the keyhole. That was the funny part.
It made no sense, yeah. And then I said that Roman should have lost. The referee stopped the count because Paul couldn't unlock. Did you see that he got to 6 and he just like stood there?
Yes, I did see that. I was like, why would you stop counting?
He had like a glitch in the Matrix. Like he just like it was really weird.
I was like, wow, guys, you fucked that up bad.
Yeah, and then Roman put KO in the guillotine, and then Kevin Owens did not answer the 10 count, so Roman won.
I was mad about that ending. Why end it with a submission? Why?
Yeah.
I don't like that type of ending. I mean, make it so they can't sit up. Don't knock them out in that way. Do it a different way.
Yeah, I thought it was a great match. I thought it was a really good last man standing match. But the ending definitely.
Yeah, the ending. Whoa. It just shows you an ending can ruin a good match.
Definitely can, for sure. Before we go into our main event, I want to plug coming up, dropping tomorrow, is the Attitude Era, Survivor Series 1998. So we are excited for that. So check that out.
Get ready to laugh at how stupid it is.
Yeah, it was a fun time. So let's go into the main event match. We obviously know that the number 1 entrant is Edge. Number 2 is
I really hate that they did that. I really hate that they had to go and announce them.
Yeah.
Why go and announce them like that? That's so it just made me so mad that they did that.
There should have been more of a surprise, in my opinion.
Yeah, like they did the match with Tamina and Natalya, and they did announce the thing with Edge and Orton. I'm like, why do that though? Like that ruins the number 1 and number 2 entries. That's part of the fun. You don't know who's gonna be who.
Mm-hmm. No, I totally agree. It was very strange, very, very, very odd. So Edge and Randy Orton, they fight at ringside at the announce table. The number
I think it's pretty good though that they had a moment where Edge got revenge on Orton, and then they take him back to the backstage area.
Yeah,
I thought that was actually a pretty genius move.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting to see that happen.
When I saw that though, I'm like, oh crap! Now Randy's gonna win because he did that.
Yeah, I thought that too. I thought so too, but we'll get there.
We'll get into that later.
Yep. So then number 3 was Sami Zayn. Number 4, Mustafa Ali. All 3 men beat up on Edge. Number 5 is.
Understand why though? Why did you do that?
I don't know. I think because they're all heels.
I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name anymore. I'm not even going to try anymore. I'm just going to call him Ali at this point. Why would Sami Zayn work with Ali? Why does that make sense to me? Why does that not make sense to me?
I have no idea, man. I think because they're all bad, so.
Yes, but whatever.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy comes out number 5. Randy.
Jeff Hardy, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was good to see. Randy hit an RKO to everybody, and then Edge speared him. They fly the announce table, and then Edge hit Randy Orton with an education on the table.
Last year and everything too, what they're really doing is they're really working that under the rope crap. Like even with the women's rumble, they always go and they're like pointing at, oh, he went underneath the bottom, so he's not eliminated. And I'm like, okay, I get that, but why do you have to keep going for that? Like we don't want to keep seeing that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear you, man. I agree 110,000%.
They're working that angle a little too much in the Rumble match. So, yeah. I mean,
So that table spot was nuts.
Ding dong. Hello, what's up, guys?
Hey, Carlos. Where have you been?
been hanging around. I
They-
think this guy's come to stop by.
Yes, thank
Right.
you for
Right,
us.
we're talking about the Rumble match and how Edge just hit Randy Orton on the table.
Yeah, that was insane. He did like a back body drop or something on the table.
That was nuts. Carlos, thank you for joining us. We yes, like Dan said, we were in the middle of the Royal Rumble match. I know you checked it out. And we're on our number 6 entrant, Dolph Ziggler. What did you guys think of him coming out?
I mean, it was kind of cool to see him, but yet again, like, you know, we kind of saw him with, like, the Bobby Roode stuff, so,
Yeah.
like, the whole tag team thing.
Yeah, but aren't they tag team?
It's cool to see him, though. Don't get me wrong. I love Dolph Ziggler. Don't get me wrong. I love Dolph Ziggler.
Yep. Yeah, and he is a tag team champion, Carlos, with Robert Roode.
Even though he should be Bobby Roode, just saying.
Yes. So then Edge
Like,
hits.
they should be defending their gold.
Yeah, they should be. They haven't defended it. Well, no, I think they did. I don't know. I don't think they defended
I
it.
don't know.
They haven't
defended it. They didn't defend it on the pre-show or anything. They haven't showed anything.
There was no tag championship match.
Wow.
Well, the only tag team championship match there was the women.
And
Yeah.
then there was one on Monday Night Raw with Lucha House Party, but
Yeah, but that was for the Raw tag team.
So then during the match, after Ziggler comes out, Edge hit Randy Orton's leg, and then Ziggler eliminated Jeff Hardy and gave Edge a zigzag. After that, Shinsuke Nakamura comes out at number 7. As he comes down to the ring, Randy is being brought backstage. Thoughts on Nakamura?
I'm kind of mad when I saw that Randy Orton being brought backstage, because that means shit, Randy Orton's going to come out later, and then he's going to win it, and I'm going to let well slack.
Yep, they tend to do that. They tend to always
I mean, they did it with Roman Reigns in 2016. They had him come out later. Surprisingly, he lost at that point, but, you know, they had him do it. It's just because, though, that way they don't have to go for so long, you know?
Yeah, I get it. Carlos, thoughts on Nakamura?
Shinsuke. Oh yeah, I'm glad. Only thing is that I'm glad his theme song's back to normal. But yeah, he's cool.
I'm glad he has his old theme song back.
Me too. I like it. I don't really like the
that heel one. I just didn't like him as a heel. Like, I mean, it made a little sense to me, but at the same time, it didn't. Like, it wasn't a very good one. It wasn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't like. He didn't really talk with his mouth. He talked with his actions, like a bad actress, you know.
Yeah. And then number 8, we have our surprise entrance was Carlito, who came back.
Hey, that was pretty cool.
Hell yeah, we got Carlito.
Yep.
He was buff as fuck. Like, what the hell did he?
He looked old, but he also looked in great shape. So I was like, wow, okay, he looks totally different from what I remember him.
Fun fact: I heard the Undertaker and Primo are like really good friends. You know Primo, his old tag team partner.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Like they train together, Undertaker and Primo.
I have a fun fact about him. Well, it's more about his dad.
Hopefully they bring back Carlito's apple.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about where's his apple.
He didn't even bite it though. He just threw it in somebody's face.
So.
Yeah. Well, actually, fun fact: Carlito's not even still signed with WWE. Like, they're pretty sure he's going to be like what they did with MVP last year, but he's still not signed to WWE.
Well, I have a sad fact, and kind of, well, it's not fun. Well, his father's a murderer. Well, not really. His father owned a wrestling company in Puerto Rico, and there's a wrestler named Bruiser Brody there, and Carlito's father never paid him, and there was another promoter who never got along with Bruiser. They fought, and Bruiser, I guess, beat him up in the ring. So backstage a couple years later, Bruiser was called to talk, and I guess the guy stabbed him a bunch of times, and Carlito's father didn't really, do anything about it. So there's a lot of, anger when he was brought into the Hall of Fame. So, but Carlito is a great wrestler, and you can't judge people based on their parents, but it was a little interesting.
Yeah.
Yep. But no, it was great to see Carlito back.
Look, I mean, look at say Curtis Axel to Mr. Perfect. Curtis Axel never lived up to the hype that Mr. Perfect did.
Yep, you're right. So Carlito looked great. Entrant number 9 was Xavier Woods. Number 10 was Big E. There was a cool moment where
I believe was Carlos's pick, correct? Yeah, I got Big E.
Okay, yep, he was. I think actually Carlos won the prediction because
No, I didn't. My pick, I wanted Big E to win, but I said Braun Strowman.
no, but I mean like all together.
Either way, I don't remember who you picked.
Oh, you mean like
I remember
overall.
The whole show. He won because
for like the whole show. Yeah, Carlos won for like the whole show.
Yeah,
I think it was like 4 out of 6 or something.
something like that. I don't know.
I had like 4 out of 7. I think it was like I texted Carlos. Hold on, I'll check it really quick because I remember saying it was like 4 to 6.
Well, Dan checks.
I remember I said Shayna and I were gonna. Then I said, what's the next match?
Why don't we wait and talk about that later after we go over it? Because then we could officially say the predictions and everything. Woods picks up Big E, and then Big E splash Sami Zayn, and then New Day sends Sami Zayn out. So the conspiracy is still against him. Number 11, John Morrison comes out. Ali eliminated Xavier Woods, kicking him off the apron, and then Big E eliminated Ali. Ricochet came out. He was number 12. And then it was interesting.
His gear was fire, by the way.
Yeah, Ricochet always has really cool stuff.
It was. I liked the blue gear on him. It looked pretty good on him.
It looked good. Yeah, it looked really good on him.
So it was actually 3 out of 6 for me. I got 3 out of 6 correct for mine. I'm pretty sure Carlos got 4 out of 6.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he got like 5 out of 6 actually.
No. I missed the Royal Rumble match and I missed the Roman versus Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
I remember you picked Bianca to win. I remember you picked her.
Yeah, but I went with Alexa Bliss.
I went with Rhea Ripley. I was so damn close. I was pissed.
13 was Elias.
I was actually happy to see Elias. I kind of missed him. I didn't really watch much of Braun's. I watched him. I didn't watch much to where I kind of skipped over his matches.
I do.
Like a pee kind of thing, you know.
I go to pee when he comes out because I can't stand him. I don't think he gives anything to anything.
I like Elias. I like the whole who wants to walk with Elias.
Nobody. I mean, at least not me.
I would.
Well, have fun, you two, because have fun, you guys, because you know where I'm walking with? I'm walking with people who have catchphrases like The Rock. Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? I'd rather smell what The Rock is cooking than walk with Elias.
You know if we're gonna do something like that, you know who I'd walk with?
Who?
Jeff Jarrett.
W-E? J-A-R-R-E? Or no.
I'm gonna walk with the doctor throwing at me.
That's right. See, that's all I'm saying. Elias, compared to their models and their taglines, that's the only reason why I don't like it. It's just he's good, very athletic, but just he doesn't bring anything. He's just he's gonna sing and that's it.
Yeah, but not good as entertaining.
Yeah.
I also I don't know what it is. I always liked. I don't think this is really. It's not really a catchphrase, but he called himself this. I really liked the "I'm the lunatic fringe" for Dean Ambrose. That was a good nickname for him. You know.
Yeah.
It just made me think of he run the asylum. That was always good for him.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So. Whatever. Number 14 was Damian Priest. I was excited to see him because he's in NXT.
Well, that's on the main roster.
Yep, that was very cool to see him on Raw. And then we saw that Orton was in the trainer's room. Number 15 was The Miz. We saw him destroy Bad Bunny's equipment. And then
I hate the Bad Bunny shit. I hate that. I just don't like Bad Bunny. I don't fucking like him.
Well,
Why?
Damian Priest eliminated Miz and Morrison, and then Bad Bunny jumped off onto both of them. I also don't like it when celebrities get involved because I just feel like it kind of takes away from the actual athletes, because if celebrities can do it, then what makes them special, the athletes?
They try and make it look easier than it actually is. Like, they're like, oh yeah, this is hard shit, you can't do this, like, don't do this at home. But like, then they have celebrities get involved, and it's like, really?
Yeah.
This guy get involved and he has no idea what the fuck he's doing.
Stupid. So then number 16 is Riddle. It was cool to see Shinsuke Nakamura and Riddle go at it. Daniel Bryan came out at number 17. And then it was, again,
I picked to win. Daniel Bryan was my pick, just so we all know.
Daniel Bryan's the best, man. Him and Ricochet.
I love Daniel Bryan. I always loved him.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's great. Then number 18 was Surprise.
You said that like years ago. You hated Daniel Bryan years ago.
I did. I was not a fan of him at all. I thought he was like horny, because I always said to myself, like, if Triple H can come back from like a serious injury like that, how come he couldn't? But I didn't understand that the doctors were telling him that he couldn't. So, number 18, the Demon Kane. I love it when Stephanie screams, "The Demon Kane."
It's gotta be Kane.
Yeah, it's gotta be Kane. So Kane came in, he chokeslammed Edge. He eliminated Dolph Ziggler. He also eliminated Ricochet by chokeslamming him on the apron. Daniel Bryan asked Kane for a hug. They did hug in the ring, and then he ended up chokeslamming Daniel Bryan.
I'm scared there for a second. I thought Kane was gonna eliminate Daniel Bryan. I'm like, oh shit.
I know, I thought it was happening too. But actually, Priest and Kane went face to face, and then Damian Priest eliminated Kane. Number 19 was King Corbin. He hit a deep 6 to Shinsuke Nakamura. Number 20 was Otis. I know that King Corbin eliminated Otis soon after. 21 was Dominick Mysterio. Dominic eliminated King Corbin with a Hurricane Rana to the outside of the ring, so got some revenge for the past couple of weeks on SmackDown. 22 is Bobby Lashley. He threw Drew. Who was that? Who the heck was this? Oh, Damian Priest. I was like, I'm thinking to myself, wait, I forgot who it was. It was Damian Priest that he threw over the top rope. So he eliminated Priest. He clotheslined him to the outside, and then Big E and Bobby Lashley faced off. Number 23, the Hurricane came down.
I love it when the Hurricane comes out. I don't know why. I just love the Hurricane.
Yeah, I like his theme song. Stay in the back. There's a hurricane coming through. Dun, 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 dun. Holy sidekick Hurricane, it's Mighty Molly. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Then the Hurricane got eliminated quickly.
I was sad that happened. I'm like, no, Hurricane deserves so much better. But I don't know if you noticed, but I'm pretty sure there was Hurricane was gonna go he was gonna go chokeslam. It reminded me of 2001 with him, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Triple H. Do you remember that?
You mean 02 when the Royal Rumble? Yeah.
I thought it was 02. I thought it was 01. I guess I was wrong.
No, you're fine.
I was very close, to be honest, so that's still pretty good.
You're fine. Yes, you're fine. Yeah, I remember that. That was hysterical. That was a pretty good Royal Rumble match, the 2002. 2001 was good, too.
Focusing on 2021 here, so...
Yeah, I hear you, man. 2001 was a great year in WWE. Speaking of 2001, he was an Intercontinental Champion in 2001, turning on his brother that year. Number 24 entrant Christian.
I was shocked. I was like, "Oh,
yeah, that was a big surprise to me." Was he not?
That was the greatest entrant in this year's Rumble match. I have to say it. It was the greatest surprise ever. I didn't think he was cleared. I thought he wasn't allowed to wrestle because of his concussions and crap.
I would have to object on that thing. We'll talk about that later.
I love Christian. I grew up with him.
I absolutely love Christian. Christian is one of my favorites.
I really don't get why he's not in the Hall of Fame. I really don't get it.
Because one of my friends, she absolutely loves Christian. He is one of her favorite wrestlers, And she predicted that to happen. I'm like, there's no goddamn way Christian's going to be in the Rumble match. And I was like, holy shit, she actually got it correct.
I got emotional when Edge and Christian hugged each other. That was a moment for sure.
That was a moment to actually, I'm pretty sure now that Christian's actually cleared, he's actually going to be a part-timer.
Oh my God, please fight at WrestleMania, Christian.
I heard, I'm not 100% sure, this is never confirmed or anything.
Yo.
Before Edge retires again, before he ever hangs up his boots again for real, they want to have Edge and Christian go for the tag titles once more.
I have a good match idea for Christian at WrestleMania. You want to hear it?
Yes, let me hear it.
Christian against Big E for the Intercontinental title.
That would be interesting.
Right? Because Christian's...
That'd be very interesting.
He's been a former Intercontinental champion numerous times, and Big E is the champion. I mean, that, like you said, is interesting, you know?
Yeah, that would be a cool match. I'd like to see it.
See, I should be running WWE, you guys. Hire me, Vince.
You should be a writer.
Right?
I believe they were hiring for some writers.
I know, Carlos, didn't you apply, man?
I think you did.
Yeah, I did. I actually got a call back, but they told me that I should finish school first, get my name out there and shit.
Ooh, that's okay. Yeah.
Someone actually called me from the freaking office. I'm like, oh shit.
You probably like, shit, my life is gonna change forever.
Yep, that's probably what happened.
Sorry, Carlos. It's okay, but you got this, man. You will one day do it. Anything you can think of can happen.
Hey, one day I'm gonna be a wrestler, and Carlos is just gonna end up writing for me. How funny would that be?
Yeah, and what about me? I'm gonna be sitting there being like, yo, I knew these people.
And he's just gonna be over there. He's gonna be cheering in the crowd. He's like, yeah, or he could be an announcer. You could be an announcer.
Dude, I could be a fucking announcer, and I could be a fucking wrestler. Who fucking says that?
From what I've seen on your Instagram and stuff, I believe you could actually I could see you being a wrestler. I can't see it.
Well, I told you guys there was this one time where I was at fucking Bank of America, and the dude was like, "Oh, do you watch wrestling? You look like Kevin Owens," because I'm chubby and I used to have like the long beard. And I was like, "No." Well, I was like, "Yeah, but thank you." Okay, sorry guys. Yeah, I mean, well, I could also be. I probably want to be an announcer. Maybe I would like to start off as a manager. Be like an ass.
Imagine Anthony just being my manager. That'd be pretty cool.
Be like an asshole manager. Get my ass kicked a couple of times.
Be like Bobby Heenan.
Exactly. I love being a heel. Anyways, the weird. Turn on the show for fantasies, I guess, guys, because. Oh my gosh. Okay, that would be an interesting world to see that. Okay.
Yeah.
We're all like, man, this sucks. We have to go back to the real world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your dreams are crushed.
Yes. Sorry, guys. So then 4 men eliminated Bobby Lashley. 25 was AJ Styles. I would love to see Edge versus AJ Styles.
I would love to see Christian versus AJ.
Ooh, that would be good. That would be good. That would be great.
Now that Christian can actually wrestle again, there could be a lot of dream matches.
Oh my God, I know. I could see like Christian fight. I could even see Christian down in NXT. Not saying like because he doesn't.
I could too.
Because there's a lot of good competition down there. Adam Cole, Damian.
Adam Cole, baby.
I have a question.
I would love to see Christian versus Finn Balor. I would love to see it.
Go ahead, Carlos.
What happened to Bobby Fish?
Oh, I had the same question, but guess what, guys? He was in this week's NXT episode. We saw him backstage with Undisputed Era. Yep.
I didn't finish it yet, but okay.
Yep, you'll see him before the main event. He's walking with them backstage. Sorry, guys. Yes, no, NXT, that's going to drop next, I think on Monday. So then we see number 26 was Rey Mysterio. This was an interesting moment when Omos pulled Big E over the top rope and he sent Big E over the announce table. And that was a huge moment because Big E is not an easy dude to just throw around. So that was interesting. I mean, granted, you know how tall Omos is and how powerful he is. So it's not like a shock. But seeing Big E get manhandled like that was pretty surprising. Then we had number 27, Sheamus.
Bella.
Yeah, he almost pulled Rey Mysterio off the apron and threw him into the guardrail, eliminating Rey from the match. Number 28 was Cesaro. He does the bar signal taunt with Sheamus, and then he gives him the swing for like, I don't know how many times he did it. I missed the fans counting along, but he was dizzy. And then he also gave Daniel Bryan the swing as well. 29, Carlos can probably vouch. This is
That's the Rollins. I predicted that. I thought
He did predict Rollins. I think a lot of people predicted him coming in, though.
I was so hyped. I was freaking screaming in my room like, "Oh shit!" Even though I just saw him like 2 months ago.
Yeah, it was cool to see.
Love how we saw him like 2 months ago, and everybody's like popping for him. They're like, "Holy shit, he's back already!"
He walked out with so much swagger, so much just like a new man. He's a father now, so it's probably such a. I can't wait to see what goes down with him tonight. Like,
I just feel like
for him.
I just hope they don't like make him boring again. I just think he's one of my favorites, but I feel like lately I feel like he's been boring, so I'm just hoping that the storylines they give him are better. It's not his fault.
It's crazy how everyone that I like, you guys like,
No, because listen, he's one of my favorites. Like like his in-ring ability, and I'm not saying anything against him. I'm saying stuff against the creative writers because putting him with his wife, while she's the man, well, who is he? He's a WWE, you know what I'm saying? And that's not his fault.
he's a mistake.
I know, but
I think it'll be better because, like, I don't know if you guys heard this. Apparently, Vince McMahon's brother died. Apparently, so he's been like, that's why he's been like not backstage and everything. Like he's been dealing with the funeral and all that kind of stuff. So like Triple H has kind of been writing everything lately. So hopefully Triple H at least can get him into a good storyline before.
When he's in.
If Triple H is writing stuff, what's Stephanie?
You're right, because Stephanie is supposed to be.
Triple H is the COO. That's why I imagine he's doing it. But
I know that Stephanie is like head of creative. I think for like SmackDown. I think.
Oh really?
Or no, I think it's either Stephanie or Bruce Pritchard. One of them.
You guys should definitely check Bruce Talking Smack too.
Bruce, hang on, talking. Yeah, I have to check out Talking Smack. Bruce Pritchard was Brother Love, and he also was like a famous writer and producer.
I don't know if you guys remember this, but Eric Bischoff was originally supposed to be the creative writer for SmackDown a while ago, like when they first went to Fox.
Yep, I remember that. Yep, I think he was working for them for a bit.
They didn't end up doing that. I'm mad they didn't end up.
Well, they had him, but then he quit.
Yeah, I'm mad that he quit. I'm like, I miss Eric Bischoff. I loved him as a general. I loved him. I thought Eric Bischoff was great.
And then to finish up on the Royal Rumble match, number 30 was Braun Strowman. Braun eliminated Cesaro, and Sheamus, he threw AJ outside where almost wasn't able to catch him, which I thought was funny. We saw Edge and Christian spear Braun Strowman. At that point, Edge was in the match for 52 minutes. Edge and Daniel Bryan fight. Bryan and Riddle fight. Seth Rollins eliminated Daniel Bryan. And then
I was mad because I'm like, yeah, we got another Rumble match.
Let me just say, I really enjoyed when Riddle and Seth Rollins got to fight because I remember like there's some beats between them that Seth said he'll never fight him, or like some shit. But I'm glad that they looks like they actually hit each other. Like they were throwing blows like.
But also, I think like Matt Hardy and Edge, there comes a point where they're professional, and if like like Matt Hardy, he just got cheated on, and the dude that that got cheated. Edge hooked up with Lita, and now they're in a storyline where Edge is like making out with Lita every day, and they're talking about what happened. So I think that there's like a bit of professionalism. I couldn't do it, but it was interesting to see the two of them in the background and everything.
That's interesting.
Yep. Yeah. So then Rollins eliminated Riddle with a stomp on the apron, and then he also Rollins.
the look on Seth's face was priceless when he did that. I was like, oh hell yeah, that was that. Now that reminded me of old Seth Rollins. Like that was great.
And then Rollins eliminated Braun Strowman and Cesaro. Edge eliminated Rollins, and then RKO ran in and hit Edge. RKO, oh my goodness, Randy Orton ran in and hit Edge.
I'm like, no, not another one. We don't need Randy Orton winning the third Royal Rumble. We don't need this.
But guess what, guys? 11 years to the date, Edge became the 2021 Royal Rumble winner. He was entrant number 1, and I was excited to see him win.
Last time he won when he was number 30.
Yeah, I was very excited to see him win. I didn't think he was actually really going to win.
I was so happy that he won.
So, I have a little cool thing we're going to do really quick here. So, we know that Bianca Belair won the women's and Edge won the male. So, for women's, there's 3 options right now for Bianca. She could either go against Asuka for the Raw Women's title. Bianca could go up for the NXT Women's Championship against Io Shirai, or she could fight WWE SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks. Now, we probably already know the direction WWE is going, but which match would you want to see out of those 3?
I personally would want to see Bianca Belair versus Io Shirai, but that's me.
Okay. All right. Okay, how about you, Carlos? We know you. We'll go ahead.
I want to see her pick Sasha Banks because finally she can have a challenge, an actual freaking good challenge, you know.
Dan, okay, cool. I'm going to disagree with you, Dan, for a second. I would rather see her fight Sasha or Asuka because I've never seen it before. I think I've seen her fight Io Shirai in NXT before, but that doesn't mean they couldn't have a breakout match. So, okay, so those are our options.
That could be it would be another way to get NXT put over and everything. I think that would be a good way to do it.
Yeah.
You want to get NXT over, you want to put them at like a third brand because that's what they kind of want to do. So I'm like, hey.
And I wouldn't hate on it. I'd be excited, watching it, like I'd like, yes, but like for me, I think I'd be a little bit more interested, but I'd still watch it.
As much as I know they're probably going to go with the Sasha thing, I kind of think it'd be better if they went with the Io Shirai thing. But
I think,
again, my personal opinion.
What I like about Sasha and Bianca, and I think what's interesting, is that they're pretty much, their characters are kind of the same. And you're going to see a little bit of a heel of Sasha. You're going to see a little heel of Bianca. So it's like a mirror fighting the reflection. So it's
Yeah. To be honest, though, either way, I don't think I really care who would win that match. I don't really like either one of them. Like, I guess if I'd want someone to win, I'd kind of want it to be Sasha, but I'm pretty sure Bianca would win in that situation.
Okay. So now let's move on. Go ahead.
I just don't like Bianca. I truly just don't like her. I don't know why. Even if she didn't beat Bayley or Rhea, I just don't really like her.
That's fair. That's that's your opinion, right? So
yeah, that's my opinion.
That's my prerogative. I can do what I want to do. It's my prerogative. Anyways, so the men's Royal Rumble match. We know Edge won. So right now, Edge could either fight the the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre.
That would be a pretty good match. Drew McIntyre versus Edge would be a pretty good match.
Yep, he could fight Finn Balor for the NXT Championship.
Can I just mention something really quick? Like when you finish that?
Yeah.
Yeah, just go ahead.
Oh, okay. And then he could fight either Universal Champion Roman Reigns. And guys, before go ahead, Dan, tell me, and then I'll tell you.
What I was gonna say was, I love how they had Edge go on NXT and be like, show that he could challenge Balor for the title, because even though they might not go with it, it doesn't matter. It just shows that the winner truly can go after which title he wants. He doesn't have to be specifically stuck to Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah.
Plus, it would be a really cool match to see Balor versus Edge. It's just a good way to show, NXT is also a good brand to, try and go after. I mean, hell, who knows? It could happen. I doubt it, but, you never know. That's why I think, oh my God, it was a great idea for them to do that when I saw that Edge was going on NXT.